Are the Iron Twins really that hard? Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? It's your boy JKG. We are back on the main account. Uh, and I want to talk about the Iron Twins today. As I came back from my layoff from the game, the entire Soulstone, Iron Twins, everything, it literally dropped into the game and was live in the game for probably 3 or 4 days before I actually quit the game for the time that I was away. So coming back, I'm behind the eight ball. I'm trying to play catch up with everybody that's been playing for that entire time. And I realized to get blessings, we need either soul stones or the soul essences that you can see behind me. And to get those, we need the uh, immortal soul coins. So to get those soul coins, where do we got to get those? Can't just really buy them. I mean, they do. I'm sure. I think I've seen a pack with some of them in there. I could be mistaken, um, but I don't want to really go into full on pay to win mode again on this account. So how do we get those? So we have to go into the dungeons, come into the Iron Twins Fortress, and to do that, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very tough way to get a team, especially once you start getting up to stage, 14 and 15. It can get a little bit tough if you don't have the right stats and you don't have the right team around you. So what I did is I kind of took a look at a lot of different players, how they were doing it, and I saw one theme that was just like reigning supreme. You you can pretty much guess who it's going to be, but pretty much it's a lot of different combinations of champions with one champion in particular, and that is our boy Geomancer. Geomancer is the linchpin. He's the key. He is the engine. He is everything to this composition because of his HP burn and weaken. We're not really worried about the weaken all that much. We really want that HP burn to go up, and his passive, where he is going to both mitigate some damage and he's also going to reflect the damage onto the champion that has the HP burn in a dungeon like this where we only have one enemy. Makes it really easy. Going along with him, I tried to make it. I was having a lot of trial and error going on. Sify, Raglan. I figured double reviver. We get some turn meter boost from Sify. We get a cleanse from Raglan. We get all those kind of different things from those two. It's a really good double revive combo for PvE content. And then I figured, as we were going with that, we were still dying. And I was like, okay, how do we stop from dying? Let's bring an unkillable champ. And I have few man eaters. I have Roshkar the Tower that I probably could have brought in here as well. But I have a Hellcath that I put a lot of time and effort in, and I'm really not using them anywhere. So I was like, you know what? Hey, we get a block damage on all allies for 2 turns, and we get, a shield also on top of that. So we're getting double. We're basically getting 2 birds with 1 stone, right? And then, so we were trying I was trying a bunch of different stuff out after that. Still not doing it, right? The HP burn was falling off of the Iron Twins, and we would be left with like literally a sliver of health, and he would one-shot us. So I was like, well, okay. So I'm getting I'm getting 1 or 2 turns here and there every so often where the HP burn is actually not on the boss. So how do I rectify it? We either make Geo go insanely fast, so he is just picking up turns and turns and turns and turns, or we bring in an extender. So I brought in Vizier. And so Vizier and Geo are the 2 that make this go. We'll talk about stats real quick on just those 2, and then we'll kind of go from there. Speed, we need Geomancer to be, I need Geomancer to be basically 200 speed. And then 540 on the accuracy. I would actually say that could get bumped up a little bit because this team is not 100%. It is very high 90s. I think we probably fail 1 run every 20 runs, give or take. And then Vizier, we actually lock out all of his skills, so we're only using his A1, and we have roughly 490 accuracy on him. So if you kind of come into the team setup, it's all the way down here at the bottom, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. Vizier, everything's locked out. We're only using the A1. Hellcath, we're going to prioritize the Winds of the Pit for the shield. And then Geomancer, we are not even worried about anything else. We want him to use that HP burn as soon as it comes up. And then Raglan and Siphi are just there doing their thing. They're there to keep us revived and keep us alive. So that's pretty much the gist of it right there. We'll go ahead and hit auto on this. This is a full auto team. The AI setup for these teams really makes it really nice. We don't have to go in and we don't have to manual like the first turn just to set some stuff up. So it's really nice there. You can see we have the HP burn. We had Vizier extended it up to 4. Then the Iron Twin took his turn, brought it down to 3, or down to 2. And we're going to see it was up to 2 and it's back up to 3. So you can see Vizier really does a good job of keeping that HP burn up. Now he does cleanse himself, and so that is kind of a bummer because we would be able to just keep going. One thing I would say to make this 100%, because of the fact that he does cleanse the debuffs off every so often, possibly if you can get the speed and the accuracy on Geomancer in a reflex set and lock out his A2 the way I do, that potentially could maybe allow the A3 to, get that HP burn up, and then maybe you don't have to use an extender or something like this. Vizier, I figured, would be the best option for this. There are other extend options as well. You could even bring somebody like a Septimus, who's actually going to be able to do some damage with his A1, which does do an extend as well. It is by far not anywhere as good of an extension as Vizier's, because Vizier hits 3 times on his A1. You can get 3 extensions if you have enough accuracy and good enough RNG. It's not 100% to land the extension. However, with good accuracy and, you're hitting 3 times, if you can get, 2 out of those 3, you're doing good. But you can kind of see it's really not too bad of a run. It's where we're not really taking a ton of damage. Now, once we kind of get the boss down to, about 25%, right around this point right here, this is when I noticed he takes a really, really big hit at us. And this is where if we are going to wipe, this is pretty much where we're going to wipe. And usually having the Hellcat up with the shield and or the block damage, if it's up on just Siphi or just Raglan, we're in good shape, because then we're going to be able to come back and we're going to be able to revive, and we're going to get, the ball rolling right up again. But you can see we are in very good shape, and he is dead. DED dead. So yeah, this has been my way to do it. It's been really nice because you can actually come in, farm your 6 keys with your whatever energy you have. Unfortunately, it does take energy and keys. I wish it was just a key. But you can farm your 6 keys, get all of your soul coins, and then come back over into the what is this called? The Altar of Souls. And you can see we're almost there, able to come into the Mystic Market and buy one of these soul stones. And personally, I like the soul stones just because I have an option to get, other champions. In the soul merchant, all I'm looking for is right here in these first 4 slots, because these are going to be legendaries. I'm looking for my clan boss team, and that's it. I did see today outlier. I did see the new fusion Razzlevarg. I saw the bunny rabbit, and I was like, you know what? I cannot resist getting at least a 1-star blessing for the bunny rabbit, so we can do some good testing right away. So that's kind of what I why I use those right there. But in general, my outlook has been coming into the market and buying the stones and going from there, just because we've had a little bit better luck with that, in my short time doing this. If you are of a different opinion, do you prefer, going in and getting the essences? And in the market, do you prefer getting your soul essences so you can come in and immediately get that 1-star, guaranteed 1-star, for your champions as they come through? Or do you prefer kind of the shard opening RNG aspect of the stones? I personally prefer the stones, but I can understand, I can understand there is an argument to be made for both. But I'm curious, what do you guys use for your team when you farm? Do you farm, or do you only farm uh, on the weekends when it is void affinity and you get double rewards? I actually am able to farm all affinities with this team. This team will just cruise through all 4 affinities, and you don't have to worry about it. You just plug it in, hit auto, and you are done. Couple minutes go by, and you're back in business farming all the other stuff. But let me know what teams you use. Hope this helps. If you haven't built a team for this, this is definitely not a free-to-play friendly squad. I understand 500 accuracy on 2 different champions is pretty insane, for somebody who's just starting out. Just know, when you're just starting out, you don't have to necessarily go ahead and farm 15. Farm whatever the highest you can. My free-to-play, I can clear stage 4 easily, and stage 5 is probably like a 50-50 win rate if I were to farm stage 5 on all affinities on my free to play. So I farm stage 4, so it's going to be quick and easy. I use my keys, I get my coins, and I'm on with my day. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, if you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button, hit that subscription bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.